If you want explosive sales in your Etsy store, but you are sick of run-of-the-mill advice that only gets you to spin your wheels, then watch this entire video. What's up, everybody? Dave here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, definitely hit subscribe. Grab the free Etsy ads cheat sheet in the description below. It'll help you get started or learn more about being successful with Etsy ads, as well as if you're interested in one-on-one coaching and you want to grow your store and stop waiting so much, grab a free consultation call in the description below. I've helped hundreds, if not thousands, of Etsy sellers reach 6 and 7 figures and beyond. We'll talk about how I can help you, how we can work together, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's jump into it. I have 3 keys to explosive growth on Etsy, and I want to take a different angle because I've made tons of videos like this, and there is a lot of information on YouTube already that has the nuts and bolts, logistical type advice to it. So in this video, I want to talk about some mental and creative strategies that are going to grow your Etsy store no matter what if you master these. And the third one is one of the most powerful ones. So let's jump into it. Number 1 key to explosive growth on Etsy is a pulse on your niche. You have to understand your niche because a lot of people just coast. A lot of people will start a store and it has whatever level of success, and that is enough to satisfy them and make them comfortable. You might have heard it before, but comfortability is your worst enemy. And in this situation, not having a pulse on your niche causes you to get comfortable, or being comfortable causes you to not have a pulse on your niche. You have to know what's trending and working at all times. You have to have a pulse on your niche. Come out with new and up-to-date things. And in order to do that, you have to have a pulse on your niche. You can't just be fulfilling orders. A lot of people get into this rut, fulfilling orders, researching SEO type things, researching Etsy ads type things, but they're not keeping up on their niche. A lot of the times, the reason behind that is that they don't actually care about the niches that they're in, which is why I've always taught that you should care about the niche that you're in. You don't have to be. It's okay. But a lot of the times, the people that coast and don't care about their niche are people that end up coasting and declining. So come out with new and up-to-date things all the time. You might decline from competition simply coming into your niche and being better and having newer, up-to-date things that your niche and the customers in that niche are craving at that moment. A lot of the declines that I've helped people out of they're from that exact situation. So make sure you're researching. And when I say researching, I'm not talking about anxiously looking for where your listings land in the search results. That's a whole nother topic, but that doesn't even help you at all. But that does not mean looking for your listings endlessly in the search results, because that's never going to help you in the first place. So always have a pulse on your niche. Number 2, cultivate true creativity. Now, this has been becoming more and more void on Etsy.com. Creativity is I believe, is slowly dying on Etsy, with people copying each other, with people just buying, commercial right packs so they can just sell someone else's designs, having AI create everything. Creativity is slowly dying on Etsy. And, it still will sell things for you. Creativity is the key of your success at the core of it. Etsy is a creative platform. It's not Amazon. You can't become a millionaire overnight by selling boring products like toilet paper and stuff like that. It's not Amazon. It's not eBay. You can't resell a lot of things on Etsy unless it's vintage. So creativity is the core of Etsy, or at least used to be and should still be for you, because real talent is still recognized by people clicking on it, by people buying it, and the algorithm reacting to that. You can't trick the algorithm into giving you ranking anymore. That was like 5 to 10 years ago. You have to be creative and invoke a response from people. So creativity is how you do that. New, fresh products and designs. How often are you actually coming out with new products? Because your next bestseller is around the corner. It can be right around the corner. And you're only going to create that through creativity. And if you did it once, you can do it again. So if you had a bestseller that did really well and you have bestsellers, what's stopping you from creating more things that have the potential to be bestsellers? Guys, if you want to create your own website, check out Everbee Store. It allows you to build your own website. You can use AI, you can import listings, and it has a lot of awesome tools. If you want to break away from Etsy and have your own website, I highly recommend checking out Everbee Store in the link in my description. So the third key to explosive growth on Etsy, after you have a pulse on your niche, after you've cultivated true creativity. The third key here is optimizing your Etsy ads, because not the obvious reasons. The biggest thing I've seen is Etsy ads making or breaking Etsy stores. I've seen low quality stores with the right Etsy ad strategy, with the right Etsy ad optimization, just kill it. And then I've seen extremely creative, beautiful products die because there's plenty of reasons. Number one being the store owner doesn't want to increase the budget. Not saying you have to do that to optimize it, but they're just being stubborn. They don't want to even touch it. Number two, not many listings working out for them and people not really trying to add new listings to it. If you don't add things to it, it's never going to take off. There's plenty of different reasons, but Etsy ad campaigns can make or break your store. And it's such a fickle little thing with Etsy ads that it can be very frustrating. You make one change, you have to wait 2 to 4 weeks, sometimes longer. And then all the while, your organic side of things might not be working out. So there's so many moving parts that people don't really think about, that Etsy ads can be super fickle. And you have to, it feels like you have to have the stars align for you in order for it to work out. And it's not always the case. You can definitely know what you're doing from the get-go. Watch your listings and make sure you have a good strategy and have your Etsy ads work out. But the main takeaway is that Etsy ads will make or break your campaign, your Etsy ads campaign, and the health of it and the momentum behind it will make or break an Etsy store. So it's very important to optimize that if you want explosive growth. Don't make emotional decisions, and you have to know where your number thresholds are. You have to know how much the material costs are, your fees, your shipping, and how much money you're willing to spend to make a sale on Etsy ads. If you don't know any of those things right off the top of your head, or at least a ballpark estimate, and I'm talking to you right now, then I highly recommend you go and crunch your numbers, because you'd be surprised. Sometimes you'll have a listing with 10 sales, an Etsy ad listing with 10 sales, and it appears as if it's profitable. High revenue, lower spend, but it's not actually. It might be breaking even or losing you money. So if you want help with that, definitely book a free call in the description below, or just grab my Etsy ads cheat sheet. But it is the third key to explosive growth on Etsy. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Definitely leave me a comment on what you think below, and I'll see you in the next video.